What's up, dudes and dudettes of the internet? My name's Seth, and today we're going to be taking a look at ChromaGun, an indie game developed by Pixelmaniac, which actually is a lot of fun. I've been messing around with it quite a bit to make sure that it was all working stable and stuff like that, and it's pretty cool. The short answer of what this game actually is a game that's very similar to the Portal games, but instead of dealing with portals and the like that, you're actually dealing with different colors. Thus, it's called ChromaGun. And you end up using the different colors to attract those little robots that we just saw behind us right back there, these guys right here. So we've got deactivated, hibernating, and activated, and those all have different parts to play as we get a little further on in the game. Of course, it starts out very, very simple, and we've got a guy kind of talking in our ear right now that's very similar to Gladys from Portal, and etc. But I'm not really going to listen to him because otherwise we would be here all day for the video. And I like the presentation. I like how it's just a sign right there that just simply says, shoot this. And then as you can see right there, we actually made that robot yellow so he was attracted to the yellow wall. The way that it works is the walls have to be kind of in the line of sight, while these electrocuted walls you actually can't color. And it's a very nice effect. You can also, if you really, really want to, go through the whole level painting everything. And it seems like we actually got a little bit of an achievement there. And aha, well, that'll kind of spoil a little bit of another part of the puzzle that we can end up doing a little bit later. But yeah, one thing I would say for sure is it definitely starts out very, very easy. I mean, it's good that it gives you baby steps into kind of understanding the different mechanics and stuff like that. But for myself personally, it would have been nice if it just kind of went a little bit faster. But they do have a speedrun mode, which is really, really cool as well. And it kind of like, even right here, you can kind of see they're trying to teach us the different mechanics of pulling one from one point to another. And as you can see right here, two walls can actually tug on one robot, and the different types of robots, which hopefully we'll be able to come up to one of them very soon. Whee! I cheated a little bit because normally you're supposed to do that, but so that's where I guess the speedruns could come in. That could actually be a lot of fun. A little bit later in the game, you're gonna end up getting access to different colors. Thus, of course, the puzzle's getting a little bit more difficult. And the other thing too that I'm hoping we can end up getting to today is the fact that there's going to be mixes of colors as well as you can see right there, there's deadly tiles, and slowly but surely the game introduces more and more levels of difficulty the further you end up going through the game, right? And this is kind of a nice, quick, easy way of getting all those things out of the way. But if it's not enough force, you can always just use those extra walls to pull them in, but it's not really that big of a deal, or not really too difficult. Is that kind of what I really mean to say? And as we're going further through the game, it's kind of showing right there. I'm hoping that we're going to come to them very, very quickly. But there's actually going to be... Aha! Well, here's already a new game mechanic anyways. Perfect timing. Where you have to get the robot to stand on the switch. So you can see that things could end up getting quite sneaky a little bit further on, right? And I like it. You know, I've been having a lot of fun with this one, even though it's just kind of a goofy little game on the side. It seems like they put a lot of thought and effort into the way that it actually works. So you can see right there, we got that robot to activate this light, which goes over to opening this one. And then we come all the way around, and we don't need to bother with that. Well, unless, is this door actually open? No, I didn't think so. Okay. But there's deadlier robots as well. Hopefully we'll be able to run into those in today's video, because we'll go a little bit further into the game itself, because I want to show you some of the other different mechanics. So here, right here, they're trying to show us the pull mechanic, so you can pull it in between two of the different walls. And then we want to get this one out and onto here with the exact same mechanic. So now we can progress into the second room. And no, it's not showing it just yet. They do have all the security cameras everywhere and stuff like that, so that's really cool. I like it, and I find these puzzles to be very interesting as well, because it kind of feels like a phone game that's on the computer. And I mean that in a positive way, because there's lots of really good time-killing games like this one, where you kind of just do one puzzle after another and kind of connect the dots, you know, and that's kind of why I like it. So you can see right there, that's one of the new robots that I think they're going to introduce, yeah, right here. So this guy is a deactivated one. Later on, there's going to be ones that are already activated, but he's just deactivated. But as soon as we end up shooting him, he's activated now, and now he's going to follow us to the ends of the earth and just kind of cause us grief and give us a little bit of trouble. But the walls actually pull them more than we do, so usually you can lure them over to a position that you actually want, and then, you know, you can get through the door, right? The other thing, too, that the game eventually introduces with the multiple colors is stuff like this, where this guy's red, we have yellow as our gun right now, that's the only color that we have, but this wall is orange. So what happens when you combine yellow and red? It becomes orange. So you can see that things will get a little bit more complicated the further we go into the game, which is pretty cool. I like the way that rocks controls, you know. And then of course, once you combine 3 different colors, as you saw right there, it actually just turns to solid black. And then we actually just have to get this last one here, which blue and yellow turns into green. So they're kind of introducing us to the different color mechanics and stuff like that. And then eventually, of course, as we go further into the game, you're going to have access to all 3 different colors at once. And thus, it's going to become more and more difficult gradually as you end up going through things, right? Careful of that weird evil orb. I don't know what that's about. Oh, are they going to give us some new ones yet? Yeah, and there we go. So now we're about to get the new 3 tri-colored ChromaGun. Oh, it's beautiful. Yes. Let's see. Yellow, which is just 1. It starts out very, very simple, as I was saying, but I'm sure it'll get a lot more difficult a little bit later on. I haven't really gone that far into it, I will admit. One thing that I have noticed is that as you end up, like, if you end up putting too much colors on a surface and you end up making it black, I think you're screwed. And you can actually, if you press escape, you can see hold Z to restart the level. Now, I'm pretty sure these, each of these sections that we've gone into is just 1 level a pop. So, that would be how you would actually get out of the situation if you ended up having a little bit of trouble with us, right? Or trouble with a situation, right? So what they're trying to do right here as well is introduce blue and red. So we actually have to have both blue and red right here on the center point, which is just blue and red mixed together makes purple. So it's a nice way, again, I know I keep saying this, but it really is a nice way of introducing the player without making it too overly complicated, where we actually need blue and green now in order to actually get this to end up working out. So we will actually use yellow and blue makes it green, which is why they were trying to show us all that. And, well, I guess I messed up in my explanation, but you kind of saw the puzzle right there. It was supposed to be blue and yellow are the colors that we use to get it to go in between the green. And it's a little bit, I will say that it's a bit difficult for me, myself personally, to be kind of commentating about all of this as we're kind of doing it in real time. Of course, good thing I didn't end up messing and hitting the wrong wall there. So this one's already red, but we can turn it to orange. And then it, of course, didn't have a wall to attract it yet. So it was actually following us. And then, of course, it did actually have it. And then they just kind of have rooms like this where you can just mess around, I guess, for a little bit and just see what ends up happening, right? So I'm hoping that we can end up coming to a new gameplay mechanic in a moment here before we end up calling it for the day. This guy, we can't actually change his color, so we have to see. Here's where the puzzle is going to start getting a little bit more difficult, because we actually have to get him to be red. So, okay, so I was wondering, yeah, he cannot change his color, but we could still attack him and get him aggravated with us so they would end up following us. Aha, so this is going to end up changing all of their colors, isn't it? Or is it just going to, oh, it just prevents them from getting through to us. Okay, so blue was one of them, right? I think that was one of the ones, yeah. So we got blue over there. Then we've got to make purple. Then we also have to make red. It looks so strange through the wall here. And then we have to make green. Okay, that looks kind of nice. I'm gonna, ooh, I didn't know we could zoom in like that, but I'm just gonna take a screeny weenie of that anyways, just because. So you could totally see the potential of this game, you know, as things end up getting a little bit more complicated as time goes on. Like right now, actually, where it's letting us go backwards, but we have to get into this room, which requires a black color, which would be all of the above, right? Are you gonna get attracted to the wall there? Ooh, it doesn't actually get attracted to the wall. That's interesting to know. I totally thought, I mean, I guess it's a universal color then, because I thought the fact that it was a black one meant that it was going to be attracted to black, but I guess that just makes it like a default dead one or something. Now, is this guy gonna actually follow me to the ends of the earth, including following me through here? Because that would be a little bit annoying, wouldn't it? Okay, so he actually is. That's that's disappointing. I don't really know what we're supposed to be doing with this situation then, outside of possibly getting enough of these guys aggravated with us that we could, what, lure them all over here and get them to, let's see if we can duke them out, get them to come over into the corner there. No. All right, well, anyways, everybody, that's already, that's good enough. Maybe there's a different mechanic to it that I just don't personally know, but that's okay. I just wanted to kind of show you all what the game actually was and all of that stuff, and otherwise I'm just gonna let these guys kill me right here. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'm going to keep messing around with this one off camera myself personally, just because I really like these types of games. While doing a series on it is not as likely, maybe I will if enough of you actually want to see me kind of struggling through a puzzle game. But commentating and puzzles don't necessarily mix as far as YouTube content creator is concerned. But I'll still do it if everybody wants me to. Either way, thanks for watching. Links are in the description for everything. Don't forget to Duke in the like button if you did find this video helpful. Subscribe to your favorite. Sayonara and stay epic, everybody.